This is Jim coming at you again from the Gadget Fanatic, and today I have a video that probably will be popular with a lot of folks that are looking to see what is going on with this new iPhone 7. Okay, this is actually the iPhone 7 Plus, and I just basically got it yesterday. I haven't really done a whole lot with it yet, but this is going to be an unboxing of the iPhone 7 to show you what's inside, what they've packaged with the iPhone 7 Plus, and give you a little comparison about some of the differences of the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 6. Okay, so anyway, like I said, this will just be a quick a tour of the phone, and you know, after you watch the video, you can decide whether you like the phone or whether you might think it's something that you might want to upgrade to. I don't know, there are some differences, some somewhat significant differences, and others are really minimal. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and unbox this, and let's see what you think about it. Okay, so let's have at it. Okay, everyone, so here we go. The first thing you're going to see here is basically a lot of phones, okay? And I just brought all these phones out here so you can basically take a look and just compare in regards to size, okay? So first thing we'll do is the size comparison. This right here, these are Android phones up here. This is an LG G3, this is an LG G2 here, this is a Nexus 6 right here, and this is the Note Edge, and this is the Note 5, okay? And down here we have the iPhone 5. This is actually an iPhone 5C, okay? We have the iPhone 6 right here, and then we have an iPhone 6 Plus, okay? So now what it will do is, this of course is the iPhone 7 Plus, and so what I'll do is, we'll go ahead and open it up so you can take a look at it. And this is the box, of course, okay? That will come in, alright? Standard box, nothing too fancy or special about that, but you can tell this one is a rose gold color, okay? And the the gold color, actually they call it pink or rose gold, I guess. This color was not available with the iPhone 6 version of the iPhone, okay? So with the iPhone 6 they had the black, gray, and the gold. With the iPhone 7 Plus they have the black, gray, pink, or the pink or a gold color. So this here is the rose gold, okay, and they also have the gold color as well. So anyway, let me go ahead and open it up for you so you can see exactly what it looks like. Let me just put some of these other phones to the side, okay, since these aren't going to be the featured phones, okay. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, okay. And as you open the box up, you'll have here, of course, this is standard that you get from most Apple phones, of course, is welcome to the iPhone here, and of course you get your stickers, okay, to your Apple logos, okay, little stickers, and that comes standard with most of the iPhones that you have gotten in the past, okay. This right here, of course, is the phone itself, okay. Let me just go ahead and pull it out here. This is it right here, okay. And I've already had it on so you can see what it looks like a little bit. This right here, it's, well, let me just show you. In comparison to the iPhone 6, okay, this is how it looks. It's a little bit different, okay. In regards to the actual width of the phones, okay, they're basically the same. I don't see a lot of difference in regards to the width of the phone, okay. The rear, of course, is about the same. Not much difference in regards to the design of the back. It's almost identical, okay. Of course, there's a big difference in regards to the camera, okay. You have a single lens here in the 6, okay, and you have a double lens here in the 6 Plus, and I'll explain that, or in the 7 Plus, and I'll explain that in just a second. Okay, so that's basically the difference between the iPhone 6, okay, and the iPhone 7 Plus. Okay, now there's a haptic feedback button which is different from this right here, okay. I'll explain that in just a little bit as well, okay. So we got that going on. Now what we're going to do is we will take the iPhone 6 Plus. This is the 6 Plus right here, and this is the 7 Plus, okay. And this one here, of course, is the more of a gold, or yeah, more of the gold color one, okay. So this is the gold right here, and this is the rose gold, Okay, so that's the difference, okay, in regards to the iPhone 6 Plus and the iPhone 7 Plus, in regards to a little bit of a color difference in regards to gold and the rose gold right here, okay. So that's it here. In regards to the buttons themselves, you have your mute button right here, okay, which is very similar to the 6 Plus, and also you have your volume up, volume down buttons right here, okay, and that's obviously, again, very, very similar. Now, if you turn the phone over on the other side, okay, very much similar as well. Don't see a whole lot of difference in regards to the buttons on that side, okay. So you have your on button here, same thing on this side, okay, about the same, okay. Nothing really different there. Now, okay, on the top, okay, virtually no difference, okay. The cameras, again, are different, okay, in regards to the 6 and the 6 Plus and the 7 Plus, okay. And so I'll go and explain that in just a moment. Let me just show you one of the feature here is on the bottom. You see here on the bottom here, there is a little bit of a difference, okay, and that is you have like a stereo speaker here, okay. So there's be one speaker here, and then of course no speaker here. You have a speaker here and here on the 7 Plus, okay. Now, the reason why there's a dual speaker system here, the sound is better than it was on the 6 Plus, okay, and of course one thing that's been removed from the iPhone 7 Plus and the iPhone 7 is the 3.5mm jack that you would have in the past plugged in your headphones into. Now, you can still plug in headphones into this device here, okay, but it's a little bit different now. The headphones will now come with the lightning cable, okay. So that is the way that you would now connect your headphones into the iPhone 7 Plus. Now, let me show you a little bit about how that works. In the unboxing here, as you can tell, this is the items that you'll get in the box, okay. Of course, you get the jack, okay, or USB plug, okay. You can go ahead and plug your lightning cable in there. So that comes in the box, okay. The other thing that comes with is this right here. Well, let me show you this first. In the bottom here, of course, is a lightning cable, okay. I know I have a lot of these, but of course they'll supply you with another lightning cable, okay. So that's nice to have in case you don't have it, okay. Now, the other thing about this is this. These are the ear buds, okay, that come with the phone, and this is very similar to what those earbuds are going to look like. They'll look like this, okay, very similar to this, but the only thing is the new wireless or the Bluetooth earbuds, which are supposedly, or the AirPods, I think is what they're called, they will come out in October, late October, I believe, and I think they're going to retail at around $159. But the ones that come with the iPhone 7 Plus are these here, and of course you can tell, okay, it's a wire, okay, they're wired, okay, so obviously it's a wire. Now let me show you something else. On the back, right here, this is if you have headphones that have the 3.5mm jack, this is the little adapter that you would use, this little adapter, okay, which is supplied with the iPhone 7 Plus and the iPhone 7, okay. So what you would do is, since there is no 3.5mm jack anymore, okay, on these phones, you would then go ahead and plug this in this way or this way, makes no difference which way it goes in. You would go ahead and plug it in like that, okay, and then what you would do is you would then plug in your 3.5mm wired headsets into this right here, and then they'll work just fine. Okay, so that's what Apple has done to compensate for people, you know, not having like a Bluetooth or wireless Bluetooth headphones, okay, or earbuds, okay. You still have the capability of plugging them in to here, okay. So this is a nice feature to have, okay, and like I said, this comes standard with the iPhone 7 Plus and the 7 when you order it, okay, or when you open the box. This is what comes with it, okay. I think this little adapter piece too, if you lose it, I think you can order this for like $10 online. or if you want extra ones or whatnot, you can get this for like 10 bucks. Okay, so that is what comes in the box. Okay, just to give you an overview about what that is about. Okay, now in regards to the camera itself, okay, we're going to go into this here real quickly. Might not be able to see this or not, but this is a dual camera setup, okay? A dual camera setup for the iPhone 7, okay? And basically what it does, all right, is one is a wide lens, okay, and the other is a telephoto lens, which allows you to zoom in to your pictures and take better looking pictures as opposed to what you were able to do with the iPhone 6 Plus or the iPhone 6, okay? Both the camera on the 7 Plus and the 7 have been improved to take better low light pictures, okay, which has been an issue in the past with the iPhone 6 or the iPhone 5s. Okay, people have complained about low light, okay, taking pictures in low light. Okay, so there's another thing too in regards to the button, the home button here. When you press the home button, okay, it's different from the iPhone 6 in the fact that you can feel the button itself clicking. Okay, you can feel it click on the iPhone. Okay, 6 or the 6 Plus. On this one, it's a much different feel. When you actually click on the button, you sort of have like a haptic feedback. It's like the button itself right here does not depress. When you push it, it feels like the whole bottom section of the phone right here is clicking. It's very different feel from the iPhone 6. It's very nice, but I have to admit, when it comes to the fingerprint sensor to get into your phone, it does work flawless. Okay, it really works flawlessly. It works excellent. So I do like this. If you push on the sides, you get no click. You push right here, you just get this. It's just a different feel. It's like the whole bottom half of the screen here is clicking down. Okay, so but it's very nice. It's a very nice feel, and I do like it. It works out really, really nicely. Okay. Okay, now let's talk about the camera a bit. Now, let me just explain a little bit. The Apple iPhone 6s Plus featured a 12 megapixel rear camera, and that was coupled with a 5 megapixel front-facing camera. Okay, the Apple iPhone 6 Plus, okay, this one here, had an 8 megapixel camera, or has an 8 megapixel camera, and has a 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera. Both of which have an aperture of f2.2. Okay, there's no front flash on the iPhone 6 Plus, and to the best of my knowledge, there's no front-facing flash on the iPhone 7 Plus either. Okay, but there are some changes in regards to the iPhone 7 Plus. Significant changes in terms of the camera, and that is, like I was telling you that I was going to explain a little bit later on in this video, and that is that there are two 12 megapixel sensors, okay, on the rear of this camera. Okay, one is a wide angle lens or sensor, and the other is a telephoto sensor as well. The wide angle lens has an aperture of f1.8, while the telephoto lens has an aperture of f2.8. Okay. And also, this new setup means that the iPhone 7 is capable of optical zoom at 2 times, okay, and a digital zoom up to 10 times, okay. So let me just show you this real quick in regards to the camera itself. Let me go into the camera, okay, and this is what it looks like. It's very much similar to the iPhone 6 Plus, okay, very, very similar in regards to the options that you have available, the slow-mo, the video, the photo, the square, and the panoramic options, okay, are also available on the iPhone 7 Plus, okay. Now, there is something, though, I do want to explain a little bit, and that is this. In regards to the iPhone 7, okay, the 7 Plus, there is a quad LED flash as opposed to the dual LED flash on this camera. Okay, and also there is a software feature on the iPhone 7 Plus that allows you to capture raw images. Now, for some people, that might not be a big deal. You might not care about that, but there is a capability for you to capture raw images on the iPhone 7 Plus. Okay, also there is another significant difference, or an added benefit, I guess you could say, for the iPhone 7 Plus, and that is the camcorder has the 3840 by 2160 recording at 30 frames per second, which allows you to record in 4K. This is different from the iPhone 6 Plus, where you did not have that capability. Okay, so 4K, 30 frames per second, a great feature. The only thing, of course, about that you have to be careful about is that if you do capture or do video in 4K, it is going to require a lot of space on your phone. Okay, so this one is a 128 gigabyte phone, so it should be no problems, but you got to be careful about capturing video in 4K. When you select 4K, okay, to do the videos. All right, so that is that in regards to the video. Now, there's one thing else, the other thing I want to show you in regards to the video. All right, and that is this. In the iPhone 6, okay, in the iPhone 6, you see that there's something here in regards to the zoom capability right here. If you notice in the iPhone 7 right here, and that allows you to zoom your photo. Okay, now when you zoom the photo, you can just go and hit this button right here, and it goes from 1 times, okay, to 2 times. Okay, zoom. All right, so that's a nice thing to have. So if I press on it again, okay, it will zoom out. Okay, press on it again, it will zoom in. Now the thing about it is this, is that if I were to hold my hand or my thumb onto the 2 times right here, I want to show you something here. Watch. Now it allows you to zoom up to, okay, let's see here. You can zoom here up to 6 times, okay, up to 6 times if you want. Very, very nice feature to have right here. Very, very nice feature, okay. So it allows a nice custom zoom. You can go ahead and zoom, like I said, right here, up to 6 times, which is really, really nice. Okay, so if you are going to be recording something that's far away, like I said, you can zoom away here if you want. Okay, which is very, very nice. Or you can zoom in. Okay, really, really nice feature, and that's something that is a major benefit. Okay, and a nice custom option that you have in regards to zooming in. So you got the 1 times here. If you want to go 2 times, you can. If you want to go in further, you can. Okay, just like that. All right, now if I go back into the 1 times again, now there is something else that is a little bit different at the 1 time zoom. Okay, if you want to do it like this, you can zoom up, okay, like this, 6 times, like I said, 6 times again, or double again, same thing. You can zoom. So very, very nice feature in regards to being able to zoom in. That's something that the iPhone 6 did not have, but for this particular iPhone 7, that is something that you're able to do. Now that is for video. If you go into photo, you also have the same option. Okay, if your photos, the same option. All right, click here. All right, and then double in. Okay, out, out, in. Very, very nice. Now if you long press the circle again right here, now it allows you with the photos to zoom in up to 10 times. Up to 10 times zoom. Okay, that was the optical zoom and digital zoom that we were talking about. All right, which is very, very nice. It's very smooth. The transition is very nice. Okay, trying to hold the phone down here so you can see it. I'm trying to capture the monitor back there, but that's how it works. Very nice, very smooth, very easy to maneuver. Very, very nice feature. Okay, so that is another feature of the camera, which is very nice and something you did not have available to you in the iPhone 6 Plus. Okay. So here are the pictures that I took with the iPhone 6 Plus on the left and the iPhone 7 Plus on the right. These pictures of Levi Strauss Stadium, and it was taken in the evening, and the color recreation for both photos is actually quite good and very, very similar. Now in regards to video, which you'll see coming up here in just a moment, the videos I took are both the standard settings for both cameras, okay, and they came out pretty well actually. The iPhone 7 Plus is the high definition setting. Now, let me tell you, there is a way you can actually record in 4K, and you can do that by going into the settings app from your home screen. Scroll down until you get to the photos and camera selection, and then scroll down further until you get to the record video option under the camera settings. Tap on record video. Now select 4K at 30 frames per second, and you'll be recording in 4K. Okay? So anyway, that's almost everything in regards to the phone itself. Now there's one other thing I do want to explain just really quickly, and that is this. In regards to the back of the phone, there's something called, well, there's what these antenna bands, okay? The antenna bands, let me turn the lights on again so you can see this a little bit better. The antenna bands, see this right here? This antenna band right here, okay? This antenna band, as you can tell, you don't see the antenna band on the back of the iPhone 7 Plus, okay? But basically what they've done is that they've actually gone for like a cleaner look, okay? And the bands actually do span across the top, okay? And they do span across the bottom. So you don't see the line here like in the iPhone 6 Plus, okay, or even the iPhone 6s Plus. They've made it so you see it on the outer ridges of the back cover. So that is another difference in regards to the design of the back of the phone, and that of course is the antenna bands, okay. And of course I talked about the headphone jacks and how that is different. Now the other thing too I want to explain real quick is this, is that in regards to the iPhone 7 Plus, people have talked about the phone being waterproof, okay? Well, that's actually not true, okay? That's really not true because of the fact that the phone is IP67 certified, which means that the phone is water and dust resistant. Okay, so that would basically mean that it is water resistant. If you were to drop the phone in a sink or something like that, and you were to pull it out really quickly, I would think that the phone would still be in good shape. I haven't done that test yet. I may, but I haven't done that test yet. But if you were to actually, let's say you're in a rainstorm, you have it in your pocket, and the phone gets wet, you might suffer water damage in the iPhone 6s Plus or the iPhone 6 Plus, or any iPhone for that matter, because of the fact that none of the other ones are water resistant or IP67 certified. But in this phone here, it is IP67 certified, and so supposedly it will be able to handle a large rainstorm. If you were to have a drop, you know, like I said, in in a pond or a puddle of water, maybe if you were to pick it out real quickly, it would be able to survive, and the phone would not be water damaged if it was splashed with water or maybe submerged just super quickly. I'm sure that there'll be videos coming up soon where people actually submerge the phone in water, and then we'll see what happens to it after it's removed. But like I said, IP67 certified, so that's another advantage of the phone, so you can go ahead and deflect or not worry about losing your phone due to water damage. Okay everyone, so basically that's it, okay, in regards to the iPhone 6 Plus and the iPhone 7. Hopefully I've given you somewhat of a good overview or idea about exactly what both phones do, what they don't do, and is this really something you want to upgrade to from the 6 Plus maybe to the 7 or the 7 Plus? I don't know. That's really entirely up to you. But I hope that some of the images and some of the videos I showed to compare both the 6 and the 7, will help you decide what you might want to do if you're thinking about upgrading from the 6 to the 7. I'll have to say that before I started this video, actually, I did actually make a list of the pros and cons. I just go over them real quick. And of course, one of the pros is the camera itself. The 7 Plus has a dual camera, and which is a nice thing, of course. And for a photographer that really wants to take better pictures, okay, or if you're really into the camera being something that you really is really important for you, then the 7 would probably be the way to go. Of course, it has the quad flash as opposed to the dual flash that the 6 has. Okay, the telephoto lens, okay, improves the camera's ability to take the close-up pictures. Okay, so the telephoto lens on this one, it's got that dual lens like we talked about in the video. The zoom, which I showed you in pretty much detail, for the videos, you can zoom in 6 times, and for photos, 10 times. And I gave you a little representation about the 6 videos as well as the photos in that photo and video comparison I have for you. So the camera, of course, is a big win. Okay, that's absolutely a no-brainer. The headphone jack, is that something good, or is that a pro or a con? It's sort of hard to determine. Now, let me tell you one thing that I hadn't really thought about, but I did think about after doing this video, and that's this. Let's just say that you are using your little headphone jack, the 3.5mm lightning cable adapter for the headphone jack. What happens if you're starting to run low on battery? Okay, you can't have the jack in and then also charge it at the same time. Okay, even though there is something that you can actually, there is an option for you, so I'll explain in just a second. But in regards to plugging in, you can't plug it in and charge it and also be listening to your headphones because there's only one lightning cable input. So that is another con. So it's nice that they provide you with the adapter so you can still listen to your wired headphones, but if you need to listen and running low on battery, that could be an issue. Okay, so there's a pro and there's a con to that. Okay, in regards to battery life, the new processor, the new A10 processor, is basically is about 20% faster. Okay, in regards to processing power, and also will save you about 40% in battery consumption. Okay, so you increase the power of what you can do with the phone with the processor, and also Apple claims that it's actually a power saver too. So it's very good on power and will actually increase battery life on the phone, even though the milliamp per hour battery on the 6 Plus is a little bit bigger than is on the iPhone 7. So overall, I guess, in regards to battery life, this is another win in regards to the iPhone 7. Okay. The other thing too I talked about is the water resistant feature. So it's water resistant, right? So that's a good thing. Even though Apple does say, even though it is water resistant, if you do drop it, let's say in a sink or whatever it might happen, just quickly, you take it out. Apple also states that they recommend for you not to charge the phone for several hours after you do have a accidental submerge, okay, into the water, okay, or if it does somehow get wet or whatnot, they recommend that you don't plug it in for several hours afterwards, okay, to make sure that the charging port in here, okay, dries out. Now, there's another thing too that I also want to talk about in regards to that, just real quick, and that is the button, the home button. I did write a little note about this actually, and this is really nice. The home button has a pressure sensitive disc, okay, that's underneath the home button itself in here, and as I explained too, but it's weird because the fact that the button itself doesn't actually depress, okay. There is a pressure sensitive disc underneath the button, underneath the glass, okay, that makes it seem like you're pressing the button in, but it's not. Okay, there's a disc underneath the glass. It's like that vibrates. Okay, and that gives you that vibration feedback, which you can adjust the vibration or the feedback that you get, the click sensitivity. You can actually adjust that in the phone. Okay, so that's a nice thing too. It's somewhat unique, but like I said, the button doesn't actually press in. Okay, and that's another thing to keep the phone water resistant. Okay, so that's another pro in regards to this. That is available to you. Now, in regards to a couple of cons, I didn't really have a whole lot of cons that I wrote about. I mean, what is it? The by design, people have said, is still so similar. I mean, it's like the same phone. There's really no change in the design of the body. Some people have complained about that. It's like, Apple, when are you going to step up and like change, the actual design of the phone? It's the 6 and the 6S and the 6S Plus and all that stuff. It's basically, this is the same as to this, other than, of course, no headphone jack. And you have speakers here. Now, don't forget about the speakers too. Even though you have the dual speaker here, people ask, well, that's not really a stereo speaker because the speakers are all down here. Well, actually, the speaker also is in your earphone. Okay, the earpiece here. You also have audio that comes through here, so you actually basically do have stereo sound from here and through the bottom as well. Okay, so that's how that works. So as far as the sound goes, I tried it. It's not great. I mean, it's decent. Okay, the sound is not poor. It's not bad. It's not the best I've heard, but like I said, it's definitely not a total downer. Okay, so that's other than no headphone jack, which some people might complain about, that's could be considered a con. When you do get the wireless AirPods, or the earpods, I mean, that's Apple's gonna charge you another $150 or $160 to get those wireless earpods. So people might be complaining about that. It's like another way for Apple to make money. I guess so. I mean, that could be another complaint as well. But time will tell. I mean, how well will they sound? I'm sure they're going to sound fine. Okay, so we'll have to see if it's worth having no 3.5mm jack. Maybe you get used to it. Maybe you won't. But anyway, that's basically all it is. That's the pros and cons. Again, just summarizing everything. Like I said, it's up to you. Whatever you think, let me know what your thoughts are. I mean, is something you're going to transition from the 6 to the 7 maybe? Or you're just not worried about it? Or I'm not even going to think about it. Or we wait till the iPhone 8. There's been talks about the iPhone 8 coming out and how different the iPhone 8 is going to be from the iPhone 7. So anyway, it is what it is, folks. Thanks again for listening and looking at this review. Like I said, give me your comments. Let me know what you think about the phone. If you have one, if you don't have one, post a comment, and I'd like to know what your feedback is on this. Okay? So again, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'm going to do a video also on how to actually protect the phone, the glass, from if you drop it. Okay? What do you want to do? You want to make sure that you don't break the glass, right? You want to make sure you protect the glass on the phone, and that's a biggie for a lot of people. This one already does have a little bit of has a case on it, but if you drop it flat on his face, I mean, the glass could break. So anyway, I'll do another little video about putting on a 9H hardness screen protector on the phone, alright? And it's really a simple method to do it. I mean, it only takes less than 5 minutes to get that screen protector on. So you're going to look at my channel, and you'll see that I'll have a video done in regards to how to easily place a screen protector on these phones using something called the hinge method. Okay, so anyway, folks, thanks again for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll be posting up more videos coming up here in the near future. Thanks again for listening. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, take care, guys. Bye bye now.